Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Lawrence High School. This evening's game features the Princeton Tigers and your Lawrence Cardinals. The Tigers and Cardinals expect fair play, respect, and sportsmanship from its opponent and will compete within the rules of high school football. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise and remove your caps and join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem, the Lawrence High School Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach for Lawrence High School is Rob Radis, defensive coordinator Nate Jones, assistant coach Kyle Yancic, assistant coaches Nick Falkenberg, Tommy Reardon, Ryan Dunn, Dave Bossio, and Sean Wells. The head coach for Lawrence Princeton is Charles Gallagher, assisted by Ray Tester.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Lawrence set to receive Princeton kicker number 54, Sean Wilson.
Welcome to Cardinal Sports. We're expecting the radio announcers from WRRC to be joining us shortly covering the play-by-play action. But in the meantime, Princeton's going to kick off to Lawrence for the start of the game.
Jaden Caesar, the intended receiver on the kickoff. Cardinals will take over on their own 21-yard line. Number 24, Jihad Dix on the carry. Stopped by number 52, Jake Richter. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. DeAndre Soto on the carry for a short game.
Touchdown! The cards are ready. The fans are ready. Are you ready? Let's go upstairs to your Bronc broadcasters, Sean Johnson and Zach Helfer, only on 107.7 The Bronc.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronc Retro, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer, and sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are back, and we are here with Lawrence football. This 3rd down and 9. It's going to be play action rolling out. Pass is completed but the receiver falls down, and that's going to be a 4th down.
Yeah, just a little bit of a high throw there from Brogel there. If he let him out there a little bit more, he could have gotten more space to get for the first down, but I don't know. The Princeton defense looked good on the first couple of plays there, Sean.
Yeah, the first 2 plays were stopped for no gains, and that one just a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th and 7. And now Brogel will be back to punt. Back to receive this one now is Friedman.
Ooh, high snap.
Brogel able to contain it, though, and gets it across the 50. Ball still rolling, and it is going to be down right around the 37.
Yeah, that was a good punt right there.
Yep, that's the quarterback-kicker duo right there in Brogel. Cardinals not able to get it done on the first drive, so they'll have to rely on the defense.
Yeah, their offensive line looked a little, I don't want to call them sluggish, but it just, the Princeton defense was out and about, rushing with ease almost. I mean, the running backs, Keandre Soto just could not get anything done.
So now it'll be Princeton on their own 30.
1077 The Bronx is currently experiencing technical difficulties. We are working to correct the problem and return to listening to today's game as soon as possible.
Loss of yards. Amir Sutton on the tackle for the Cardinals. Brings up a 2nd and 12.
We're back again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer. After the punt, we were down to the 37, and it is now 3rd and 7 for Princeton.
Yeah, these technical difficulties, they don't want us to call this game tonight,
Not
Sean.
at all, but we're gonna do our best to get this game
absolutely, out. Absolutely.
Now 3rd and 7 after the 5-yard pickup. Collier back for Princeton. Out in shotgun, 3 receivers out on the left.
Deep safety look for the Cardinals.
Pass over the middle is too short, and that is going to be 4th down.
Alex Fernandez was standing in the middle there. If he was a step to his left there, that could have been a pick and maybe a pick 6. There was wide open field right there.
Collier just missed for Patron, and it'll be 4th down. Princeton comes out to punt. Jihad Dix going back along with Jerry Dada.
Jerry Dada and number 20.
Princeton now getting set here.
24 Jihad Dix.
A little bit of tomfoolery on the line. Good snap. Here's the punt. It's a good one. That is caught around the 20 and a little bit of room. Makes a man miss. He's got another broken tackle. He's going to make it out across the 40.
I almost thought I saw a little face mask there. I guess the refs didn't see what I saw. Granted, they're on the field and I'm up here in the booth, but that was a really good return right there by Jihad Dix.
He made a lot out of nothing there, as he looked like he was going to be down around the 22. That's an extra 18 yards. It'll be 1st down and 10 on the 40.
2 3 and out so far to start this game. It looks like what you said earlier in the pregame show, defense needs to step up. I mean, we weren't expecting this from the Princeton team, but Lawrence so far, first drive, pretty good.
Coach Rob Radis did say that this is a run-heavy offense. We'll see how they come out on this second drive.
It's going to be a false start.
And you're right, that's going to be a false start on the Cardinals.
My guess would be 77, Javier Sunda. Yeah, that's what they called there.
So they'll be moving back, I believe, another 5 yards.
Yep, 5 yards. Looks like to the 36.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 36. Again, as I was mentioning before, Coach Rob Radis did say that this is a run-heavy offense. We saw a lot of runs on that first drive. Unfortunately, they did not go pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, Coach told us yesterday in our little chat that he's transitioning the offense from a spread offense last year to a more of a pro-style I formation offense this year, and that's the entire formation they've run so far in the first 5 plays. Another flag on the field, though, Sean.
And is this another false start? That's exactly what it is, and that's got to be frustrating for the Cardinals.
I didn't see a false start there. I'm not sure where it was at, who caused it, but the refs did throw the flag. Radis does not look happy right now, though.
Yeah, very understandably not as well. 8:15 remaining here. We're still deadlocked at 0.
1st and 20 now. Jeez.
Cardinals got to get it together here.
Hey, do you think he goes with a run here? I know the first 3 plays, I bet it's been 5 formations set up. Only 3 plays have been run. Do you think he tries to pass here, get a little more yardage out, or is it another run?
I think on 1st and 20, you got to pick up as many yards as you can, so I'd go to the air here.
Well, they're in the I formation.
Zika.
Oh, there we go.
Passing down the field. He's got a man wide open. Almost coming down with the catch was Alexander Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez was there on defense last series. He got open space past the 50 on this throw. Brogel kind of overled them. It could have been an amazing catch, just falls through the hands of Fernandez.
So the Cardinals almost get all 20 back on that last play. Unfortunately, could not bring the catch down. It'll be 2nd and 20. Cardinals from the 31 here. Got to pick up some major yards.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. I'm wondering if it's maybe play action here, maybe think run, go pass, or just stick with the bread and butter in the run game.
2 receivers on the right in I formation again. They're going to hand it off to the right. Breaking a tackle, getting 10 yards. Look at the run there. Jihad Dix.
Yeah. You can see when he's running on the field, explosiveness, elusiveness. He kind of goes right, quick left. I mean, that was a powerful run there by Dix.
Just hard to take him down. I mean, we saw it on the return, the punt return earlier, and now doing it on the ground. Dix has got the Cardinals to a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, based off these first couple of plays, Dix looks like he's going to be a star for the Cardinals this season.
And I could see why Coach Radis is saying they want to stick to the ground a lot because, I mean, just a handful of plays so far, and we see it. Back in I formation now. Big 3rd and 10 coming up. 7:19 remaining in the first quarter. Ball is snapped, handed off to the left.
No.
It's going to be a fumble.
Oh, Princeton recovered it. Yep.
Waiting on the call. Princeton celebrating like they have it, and they do.
Oh, I don't know if it was a missed handoff by Brogel to Dix, but Dix just unfortunately couldn't come up with it as he's standing down on the field right now.
Yeah, he is down, and it doesn't look good.
Coach was telling us earlier that he battled it through injuries last season. He came to this season fully healthy, but 5-6 plays in, he's down.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
He is able to get up onto his feet.
All right, he's walking off. That's what we like to see.
Possibly why that ball came out of his hands,
Yeah, exactly. He could have felt something in the calf, hamstring, quad.
Looks like he's walking all right, though.
Yeah. Anyway, which Cardinal will be the most valuable player of the game? Listen for the LHS MVP of the game immediately following today's action during the Rider University Open House postgame show exclusively on 107.7 The Bronx WRRC-FM, your 2022 National Association of Broadcasters Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Radio Station of the Year.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Princeton on the Cardinals 41. Cardinals and Princeton so far showing some great defense to start this game. This will be the first time either team is in the opponent's half. Ball is snapped, handed off up the middle. It's going to be a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, there was pressure in there from Keandre Soto. He came up through the right side of the offensive line, but a quick jab move by the running back from Princeton, and got 5-yard gain out of that.
Tyler Goldberg on the carry there. They'll call it about a gain of 4, it looks like.
4 or 5.
So 2nd and 6 here now for the Princeton Tigers. Now can be confused with the Princeton University Tigers.
No. Interesting that they share this. Yeah, interesting that they share the same name.
Out in shotgun, ball snapped, handed off to the left. Goldberg again breaks down a defender, able to pick up a few more yards. Looks like it's about a gain of 4.
Yeah, that was a strong tackle from linebacker Dane Bates, sophomore linebacker Dane Bates. That was a quick sprint to the left side of the field. Brought him down with ferocity, I would say. Now it's short third down here. Cardinals defense steps up. We can maybe get a punt going here.
Looking at a 3rd and 3 here for this Princeton offense. They'll come out in the shotgun. We've got some whistles here now.
Timeout.
Timeout for Princeton.
All right.
So far, both defenses stepping up, but a big 3rd and 3 coming up for the Cardinals now.
I'm looking on the sideline right now. It looks like Dix is moving well. He's got his helmet off, but in his hands, he seems to be fine. I'm thinking what you said. It could be cramps. Hopefully, you see him back out there, potentially catching a punt or back out on the offense next series.
Absolutely. Now, 3rd and 3 coming up. If you're the Cardinals, what are you expecting Princeton to do here?
I'm expecting the run, although Princeton has passed the ball quite a decent amount. 3rd and short, you normally run. Maybe they run a play action. We'll see. I really don't know. You know, they're playing games right now, Princeton, mind games. Yeah. But the Cardinals' defense has been up to the task so far. I mean, it was a 3-and-out last series they were out here, and potentially another one here as well.
I mean, so far, as you mentioned, Princeton has passed a little bit, but, I mean, they haven't really shown much effect of it yet. We saw a missed pass that would have been a first down, and then I believe that was it. But if I'm the Cardinals, I come in on the run here.
I think I agree with you 100%.
5:38 remaining here in this first quarter. Biggest play of the game so far coming up. 3rd and 3. Princeton coming out of the timeout now.
Playing a cover 2, Lawrence defenses is.
Looks like they'll stay in the shotgun. Collier now waiting on the snap. And he hands it off.
It is a run! What a play!
What a stop. The Cardinals all over the run. It's a loss of 2, and it's a 4th down.
That was explosive coming from Alex Fernandez and Dane Bates. Wow. Jumped right off the line of scrimmage. The running back couldn't even get a step in before getting absolutely, I won't say that, but getting absolutely pummeled, for a lack of a better term.
And is this 4th, going for it on 4th down range? I believe so for the Tigers here. It's 4th and 8. They'll call it a 5-yard loss. It looks like they're going for it.
Could this be a kind of draw off sides, maybe get a little closer in the field goal range? It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're going to snap it. Yep.
Player will get the snap, looking deep. He's going to throw it to the left side. Ball is up and caught. What a play by Princeton. And it's Ryan Friedman bringing it down inside the 10.
Yeah, that was actually really good coverage by number 22, Josh Tylixa. He was step for step with him, and I think just size overall. Wide receiver was just a tad bit too tall. Yeah, wow, what a catch. I'm honestly shocked.
I mean, it was great coverage.
Great coverage, step for step.
If anything, I thought it was going to be an interception, let alone incomplete.
Yeah, that was outstanding. Easily front runner for play of the game.
Princeton now on the Cardinals 10. Going to be a screen, and it's blown up.
Big hit on the outside.
What a tackle.
Jerry Dada. He read that like a book. Quick screen tried out by Princeton, and Dada absolutely read it from the start. Couldn't even barely caught the ball before he get hit to the turf. What a tackle by Dada.
I mean, my God, it seems like he was blown out of a cannon.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no stopping Dada there. 2nd and 15 after that explosive play. Princeton coming out of the huddle will be in shotgun formation again. 2 receivers out. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a reverse. Coming all the way around. Nice hit to stop the touchdown. It looks like they're about 2 to 3 yards short, but what a good play there by Princeton to make up for some of those lost yards on that play.
Yeah, I don't know if many of our listeners out there are Philadelphia Eagles fans. That reminded me of the Philly special from Super Bowl 52. Little handoff to the running back, flip out to the wide receiver in this case, and just a missed tackle by Jack Bocanfuso. But Samis Walker luckily saved the day and hopefully can potentially stop them on this third down here for Lawrence.
3rd and 2 on the goal line. Coming out in I formation. Going to hand it off up the middle. It's going to be close. They're going to call it a touchdown for Princeton.
Yeah, close. Yeah, that was close. I don't know.
Goldberg was the one to bring it across the goal line.
It was hard to see if he crossed the goal line there, but referees called it a touchdown. Gotta go with what they say.
Ryan Friedman, who made the big play to bring Princeton within the 10, will now be on to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is no good.
No good.
That one wide right.
I'm not going to lie, from our viewpoint here, I thought that went in.
It did look good.
Yeah.
However, it did not go in. 6-0 lead here for Princeton with 3:12 remaining.
No, I'm not going to lie here, Sean. I thought the Lawrence defense played pretty well. It was actually a miraculous catch on a 4th and 9 it was, 4th and 8 it was, over the top. He kind of mossed him there. I mean, it was great. I thought it was great defense, good, fantastic catch, and unfortunately, the Tigers capitalized on that.
Just a string of bad luck for the Cardinals as they lose that ball around the 40 on the fumble, which did cause an injury as well to Jihad Dix. He is out there now, though, back to return the kick, so that's a good sign. But you're right, too, on the catch. I mean, it was just pretty much size over size there. Princeton will be out to kick this off now. Again, 3:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Princeton leads the Cardinals 6-0. Friedman will be back to kick. So far, Friedman kind of looking like Brogel out here, doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, right.
Princeton taking their time in this huddle now, getting ready to kick it off. Excuse me, this is actually not Friedman kicking this one off. He's out there on the kickoff. This will be Sean Wilton.
Interesting. They have Friedman kicking the extra points, but they got Wilton kicking the kickoffs.
His kickoff is going to go to around the 30. Caught going down the sideline was Walker. And he'll be down around the 40.
All right. Hopefully this offense can bounce back here. You know, by the looks of it, I mean, keep feeding Jihad Dix. That's all I'm going to say.
Looks like he's going to come off for the first play. Still look like he's walking a little slumpishly here.
Yeah, coach could be potentially keeping his workload a little light now because, you know, of course they want to win this game, but this is a season, you know, this is a 8 to 9 week season long year, so they got to make sure that he's healthy for the rest of these games.
It'll be Keandre Soto now, back there at running back. Ball will be handed off to him. Running up the middle, he's going to have about 6 yards there. He did not actually go down.
What I love about that play, number 50, Davery McClain. What a block. He, in the trenches, he absolutely bulldozed his defender, which allowed Soto to do his magic.
And Soto, just a big guy back there. Princeton was only able to hold on to him to get that whistle, not even bring him down. So now 2nd and 6 here for the Cardinals. Or excuse me, 2nd and 4. 6-yard pickup. We'll go right back.
There we go.
He's going right through the middle. Princeton, again, barely able to contain him. He'll get up to the 42 for Princeton.
Again, that was another beautiful display of offensive line work. Chipping in there was big boy Jordan Wilson. Coach Radis absolutely loves Wilson, and he was key on getting that hole there for Soto, and Soto capitalized.
So Soto able to take some of this workload off of Jihad Dix here. So far doing a great job. That's the first down of the game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Dix is still standing on the sideline. I wonder if this was planned or not, or if the injury kind of forced them to use Soto. Soto's so far making the best of the work that's been given to him.
Rogel will hand back off to Soto. Soto again just bowling through the defense, picking up an easy 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, on this drive alone, it's got to be close to 20, 30 yards of just straight Soto runs.
So they'll call it a 6-yard game. It'll be 2nd and 4 now. Just under 1:30 remaining here in this first quarter.
I'd like to see Lawrence score here. Set the tone. You know, Princeton punched you in the mouth. Now we're gonna come back up and punch back.
Rogel will be in I formation again, under center. Handing it back off to Soto, going right up the middle. That should be enough for the first down. And looking at it now, we're going to call him a bit short. 3rd and inches.
Yeah, linebacker for Princeton, Anthony I can't even pronounce his last name. Famiglietti, there we go. He jumped off the line there. Soto avoided his tackle, but more of the Princeton linebackers were there to take him down. He's still running like a bull though, Soto, and look who's back in.
And after giving that a closer look, they will call it a first down. They'll hand off to Dix now. Dix able to break 2 tackles, and he'll be brought down kind of by the helmet there. No call though. And it'll be a gain of about 3.
20 seconds remaining.
2nd and 7 now.
They might let this clock run down.
And it looks like they might try to. They're not exactly rushing out of this huddle right now. 8 seconds, and they're still in it. Coming out of it now, looks like they're not going to have enough time. And that's going to be it for the first quarter. A pretty defensive quarter to start off things here for the Lawrence Cardinals season. Princeton does lead 6-0. We'll be back with more Lawrence High School football right here on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Football is back. Tune in to 107.7 The Bronc to hear me, Dane Bates, fullback and DN, and the rest of the Lawrence Cardinals play all of our home and road games this season on WRRC FM. To listen online, go to 107.7thebronc.com and click WRRC1.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM. Cardinals down 6-0 here against Princeton. They've got it 2nd and 7 on the Princeton 29.
Yeah, I'm thinking I would like to see a big pass play here. They haven't really. They almost had a big pass play in the first quarter. Unfortunately, it dropped through the hands of Fernandez. I'd like to see it here again. I'm not sure the defense Princeton has set up. It doesn't look like they're expecting it.
Cardinals have shown that they have the ability to pass, but again, just not really attempting. We're going to get a flag on that last play now.
Coach Radis does not look happy.
Might be a false start again.
Offside.
It's an offside. Wow. So that'll make it 2nd and 3 now, and Cardinals flirting with a touchdown on this drive. And if I'm the Cardinals here, on 2nd and 3, I think you want to keep running it. They've been running the ball so well on this drive, and you got to hand it back to Soto or Dix.
Yeah, Dix is in right now. Keep feeding the ball. Offensive line is doing its work right now.
Ball will be handed off. We've got some more flags.
What's this?
Let's see what we've got. We've got a false start, so those 5 yards taken right back.
Yep, everything's negated back where we started. 12 will go back on the clock.
Brings it back 5 yards.
A little sloppiness right now from Lawrence. I mean, that's 3 false starts now in 12 minutes of play.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you get when you don't play a lot of football, you know, in a game situation. This is the first game for the Cardinals, and even Coach Radis was saying in the coach's clipboard, you know, they were sloppy in some of the scrimmages. They were getting a lot of fumbles, a lot of penalties, and that's what we've seen so far in this game, just a lot of sloppiness to start off.
Yeah, we talked in the coach's clipboard about the importance of camp and trying to fix those mistakes. I mean, I'm sure coach will get on them this upcoming week after this game.
Ball is handed off to Soto, breaks 2 tackles, another, and a gang of Princeton Tigers will bring him down after about a 5-yard gain.
You know who he reminds me of, Soto? Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he is just
running right through the defensive line, taking multiple Princeton Tigers to tackle him. He's been very, very sharp so far to start this game.
It's just a tank out there right now. And he's got the Cardinals up to a 3rd and 3. Cardinals still in I formation. 2 fullbacks out there right now with Soto. Ball's handed off to the right. Soto's going to get a hole. 2 jukes around 2 defenders, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10. What a run there by Soto.
Yeah, that was all made by the offensive line, creating those holes. Now, granted, Soto, I compared him to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry doesn't necessarily have the elusiveness of most NFL running backs. Soto right there, juking left and right.
Yeah, I mean, he's shown the ability off so far of being able to knock some of these defenders down, but now they don't know what to expect. I mean, if he could just juke them out like that, I mean, Soto should have the ball in his hands every single play.
Every single play. And Dix is back out on the field. Hopefully they might give him the nice power O here, run right through the line, or what? 8 yards off the goal line here. Let's see a touchdown here, Cardinals.
Vogel under center, gonna hand off to Dix. Dix is brought down underneath. Behind the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, swarmed in the backfield right there. I don't know what happened to the offensive line. I was just praising them right there. And there's about 4 to 5 Tigers in the backfield. Dix had nowhere to go. Soto's back in.
So it'll be about 2nd and 10 now. And I think if you're the Cardinals, this might be your second pass attempt.
Yeah, they got to mix it up a little bit. I understand they want to be a run-heavy team, but if the Tigers are expecting to run every play and you run the ball every play, I mean, you're not going to necessarily gain positive yardage the entire time.
Vogel.
There we go.
Going to be a little bit of pass action. Going to the end zone just over the hands of Fernandez. He was wide open in the end zone there. Vogel missed him by inches.
Yeah, he had Fernandez and Bates out on this. Bates ran a nice underneath route while Fernandez went over the top. I think if he threw it to Bates would have necessarily didn't have a defender on him. He could have potentially gotten in just over the outreach of Fernandez there. We got 3rd down now.
We see Dix come in.
You know
a lot of substitutions here made by the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm sure Radis just wants to test things out, see what works, see what doesn't work. It's the first game of the season, so trying to find that right formula to count up multiple wins here.
Samiz Walker, the lone receiver, out on the left. Looks like we're going to get a timeout, I believe.
I'm not sure. I think, timeout.
Timeout called by Lawrence. So a lot to talk about on this 3rd and 10 coming up.
Gotta pass the ball, right, Sean?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's been there. The 2 times that they've attempted it, we've had receivers wide open. They just haven't been able to make that connection, but I think on 3rd and 10, you got to do it here.
Especially at the goal line here. You don't want to necessarily... Now, granted, a field goal isn't bad in this situation, but you don't put up any points. Next thing you know, Princeton gets the ball, drives on the field. It's now a 2-possession game. You got to make sure this game stays at 1 possession.
Absolutely. I mean, I think they got to go back to the play action. We've seen it work so well so far. Again, you just got to get it to go through. Princeton making their way out of the huddle now. Cardinals still talking about a few things.
Interested to see what Coach Radis has up his sleeve here. This is a very, very important part of the game right now. They need to do something here, preferably a touchdown.
Cardinals will make their way out of the huddle now. 9:54 remaining in this 2nd quarter. Cardinals coming out once again in the I formation. Don't think we'll be seeing anything but that for this game. Rogel under center. 4 backs behind him. He's going to hand off to Soto. Soto going to the left. Looks like he just fell short there.
I think what he was trying to do, I think he was trying to juke back to the right, and his feet slipped under him. Now a very interesting decision to make here. Ball's on what, the 4-yard line? 4th and 4. I think they're staying out.
4th and goal from the...
It looks like that's what they're doing. So arguably the biggest play of the game coming up here. Cardinals trying to get 6 instead of 3. 4th and 4.
They won't get 3 if they don't score this.
You're right. Rogel under center now. Hands off to Soto, up the middle, touchdown Cardinals.
DeAndre Soto on the carry.
Yeah, the bread and butter right there from Coach Radis. A little stack formation to the left. Give it off to Soto. Runs right through with a big hole. Easy touchdown for the Cardinals. Hopefully they can capitalize on this extra point. And look who's kicking out there, too. The guy who just handed off the ball, Brogel.
Brogel now looking to put the Cardinals up. As remember, Princeton did miss their extra point. Good snap. That kick is good. What a boot there by Brogel.
Yeah, I know. He absolutely bombed that. I'm not going to lie.
That was a beautiful...
It hit the back net about, 20, 25 yards behind the field goal post. We got ourselves a ball game here.
You know, as a kicker in high school, you just love to appreciate the good ones. And when you got a quarterback who's, making plays out there and then comes out and gets a kick like that.
You kicked in high school?
I did.
Wow, I did not know that.
Right? You would have thought like offensive line or something.
I'm not going to lie. Yes, I did.
Yes, I was a kicker, though. So Brogel puts in the extra point to make it 7-6 here with 9:10 remaining in this second quarter.
The defense has played good so far the first 2 series. Granted, obviously they gave up the touchdown, but I'm going to call it a fluke play by the Tigers. Hopefully they can continue the momentum that they had on the first series. 3 and out from Princeton here. Lawrence gets the ball back, drives on the field. Let's increase our lead a little bit more.
Cardinals heading out to kick now. Trying to pin Princeton kind of deep here. They don't want them flirting around the midfield. That's where they ended up scoring from last time. So Brogel looking to get it in deep.
Back deep for the
2 receivers now back for Princeton. Corey Woodson along with Friedman. Cardinals just about ready to kick it off here. Steve Brogel's able to get a touchback here. I mean, we saw the boot on him already. Brogel taking his steps back now. And just about ready to kick this one off.
Oh, the band's getting into it too right now.
And here's the kick. It's a good one. That one's going all the way back to the end zone. That's a touchback.
Wow. This guy could do it all, huh?
My goodness.
Princeton takes over on their own 20-yard line.
That got a good 5 yards back into the end zone. What about 70 yards?
I was not expecting that. I'm not going to... I mean, I should have after seeing that extra point.
Yeah, I mean, doing your research coming into this game, you hear that Brogel, he's a quarterback that can also kick. You don't really expect it to almost be like a kicker that can also play quarterback.
Well, I was, as I said, stated previously, I was talking to Coach Radis on the field before the game. He told me that Brogel was a wide receiver last year, and they had to transfer him over to quarterback for this season. I mean, this guy is literally a jack of all trades. He could do anything.
Do it all.
Yeah, he could do anything. All right, let's see this defense here.
Princeton coming out in the shotgun. 3 receivers out there, 2 on the left, 1 on the right.
Little shuffle play.
Pitched, and it's going to be stopped in the backfield. Great play there made by Matt Melchior.
Yeah, that was it was Melchior and Jerry Dada that disrupted the backfield there.
Stop in the backfield.
1 yard loss. So yeah, that was explosive right there. I enjoyed seeing that. I'm telling you, you pointed it out earlier. The defense needed to step up. They allowed 320 points last year. So far, so good. That's all I'll say.
So 2nd and 11 coming out of that 1 yard stop by Melchior, captain of this team and of this defense as well.
You can see why too, based on that play.
Out in shotgun again. Snap, looking to throw this one.
Oh, that was Melchior. Oh,
and that's going to be completed. Tackle is made right around the 25. Like a pickup of about 5.
So Princeton ran the screen. Melchior got in the backfield, disrupted the play. However, the quarterback pump faked it. Melchior completed the pass. Yet Sutton was right there to make the stop. And I mean, it was only a 1 yard gain. Maybe even a no yard.
It looked like it went nowhere actually.
Yeah. I was just shocked he completed the pass.
Yeah, they were so far in the backfield there that, after picking up about 3, they only got themselves back to the line of scrimmage. Now, you're right, though. I'm surprised that they completed that pass because that was a broken play. He will hand it off now up the middle, going nowhere.
Alex Fernandez has been all over the field for this defense. I mean, that was a little bit of room there for the running back from Princeton, but Fernandez was right there to make the stop. 4th down. Like, what do we say? 3 and out. Let's see if the offense can now carry this momentum over, get some points.
So 4th and 10 on their own 20. Princeton forced the punt here. It'll be Dada and Dix in the backfield to return. Or back to return, excuse me. Cardinals maybe looking to disrupt this punt. Be nice to be within their own 10. That's a good punt. That's going to be back for Dix. Dix fields it around the 40. Trying to make a defender miss. He'll get around 1. He'll make another defender miss, getting to around the 45, and he's going to be brought down there.
This guy Dix is really, really elusive. I mean, that play, when he caught that ball, it didn't look like he had anywhere to go. And he made, 2-3 defenders miss there? I mean, granted, it was only a 5-yard gain, but he probably ran about 20 yards.
Absolutely. I mean, he brought himself about 5 to 10 yards backwards first before he was able to pick up that 5. So Dix doing the most here on the punt return. And what this running back duo for the Cardinals is really reminding me of? It's reminding me of the Chubb and Chubb and Hunt kind of mix. You got the elusive guy, you got the power back.
Looks like Soto's out there right now. I couldn't agree more with that comparison, though.
It'll be a handoff. That was a little fake handoff there. That one given to Bates. He'll pick up 5. Fullback dive.
Yeah, a little off-balance handoff right there. Looked like he was going to Soto there, and Bates took the ball. I'm not sure the Princeton Tigers defense was looking ready for that one. Is it me or is Bates walking off a little gingerly?
Yes, he absolutely is. Limping on that left leg, it looks like. He'll come off for now. Good thing is the Cardinals have a ton of fullbacks on this roster. I hope Bates is okay for now, though. Handoff up the middle. It's Soto. Soto's got some room. Completely trucks the defender, and he's off to the races. Out to the 20. The 15, he's going to be brought down at the 10. My goodness.
I am loving this Derrick Henry comparison I made for Soto. Absolutely pummels through the defensive line. Hits the linebacker with the left shoulder. Linebacker can't even bring an ounce of energy out of Soto. Bounces right off of him, and he was off to the races. Just came up short there.
What a run there by Soto. And that, another comparison I'd like to make here as it is 1st and 10 on the 11. He kind of reminds me of prime Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Just running through, bowling through people. I mean, he just completely took a linebacker off of his feet with the truck, as we're going to get a penalty.
Flag on the far side.
See what this call is here. We're going to get an offsides. Or actually,
offside. No, I believe it was offsides on the offense.
You're right, yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that before.
That one has got to be frustrating for Radis.
That's 4 penalties now for the Cardinals here. Radis does not look happy right now.
So after that long run, it'll be 1st and 15. Soto's still out there, though.
I want to make a note here. I mean, the fans have showed up tonight.
I mean, absolutely. This place is filled up.
Packed right now. I mean, we got people lining up on the fence, a crowd full of Cardinal supporters. I mean, everyone's excited for the Cardinal season this year, just like you and me.
Brogel will hand off to Soto. Heading out to the right side here. making defenders miss. He's still on his feet. Is he in? It's a touchdown. Nobody can bring Soto down. And he's got 6 more for the Cardinals.
I am absolutely shocked that he scored there. I mean, he looked like he was going to go down at the 5. He kept turning the legs. I mean, this Soto player is a special guy. Wow.
I mean, is it me or did everybody stop as if like the play was over? Soto just wasn't done.
Yeah. Very shocked right now.
Brogo will be in for the extra point. Kick is up. And it is good.
Kick is up, it is good.
14-6 here. And this is all Soto pretty much. He has been all over the place.
Absolutely.
4:37 remaining here in this first half. The Cardinals pretty much dominating this one. It feels like it. I mean, I know that Princeton did score first, and as you said, it kind of did feel a little fluky after having a long pass completion, and then they kind of just, edge their way into the end zone.
I mean, the defense continues to play the way they are right now. I don't see how Lawrence doesn't win this game by a lot.
Cardinals will be kicking off.
Gotta agree with you there, Zach.
First half, Giovanni Brogle set to kick.
Cardinals coming out to kick now. And again, to kind of touch back on what I was saying earlier about the defense, I am loving what I'm seeing from them so far. They've had two 3-and-outs so far. Again, that one drive didn't go exactly how they wanted to, but they did fumble around their own 40. So I don't want to give them a pass on it, but at the same time, they have shown a lot of progression since then.
I couldn't agree more. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the linebackers, Bates and Fernandez. And even Melchior, disrupting two plays on that last drive. Like you said earlier, you could see why he's a captain of this defense and of this football team.
So Brogo ready to kick this one off. We'll see if he's going to be able to get it into the end zone again. This one looks like it's coming up just short. Fielded around the 8. Got a little bit of room. Nice tackle by Brogo.
This guy could do it all.
He can do anything.
He could throw. He could kick. Last year he was catching everything, and now we're seeing hard-hitting tackles.
In the open field too.
In the open field.
That takes some skill there.
Look at the smile on Radis' face too. He's loving it.
Yeah, Lawrence has got some talent on this roster, man.
Although I'm not sure Radis wants to see his quarterback making tackles out there. He needs him throwing the ball.
His quarterback, his kicker,
yeah, exactly.
Wide receiver.
On their own 31.
It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Tigers on their own 30. Coming out in shotgun again. They're going to have 4 receivers out there. Trips on the right. One out there alone on the left. Collier now will hand off up the middle, and look who's all over it. It's Melchior again.
I mean, Melchior went untouched there. I mean, I don't know how the offensive line misses him right there for the Tigers. He shot out of a cannon. Easy tackle for Melchior.
Look at Melchior after the play.
Oh, he is
fired up.
Fired up. He's telling the sidelines to get a little more juice in them. That was a big play right there. Minus 2 yards. Negative play. Yep.
It'll be 2nd and 12 after the Melchior tackle. I'm calling back to earlier, too. I remember Melchior on the sideline when the offense was out there. Melchior was the one that was trying to get the crowd into it to start this game off.
There wasn't as many people in the crowd at that moment as there is now. I'm very happy and surprised with this turnout.
Princeton looking to pass. That is going to be caught. And it looks like they'll get an extra 2 yards from what they should have had. The receiver did trip up in the backfield, but it will be a loss of 2 after all of that.
Yeah, Princeton's running the screen game here. It's not necessarily working. The Cardinals' defense has been all over virtually everything. I'm telling you, the great catch on the long 4th and 8th, but that's the only necessarily positive play the Tigers have had on offense so far. We got a 3rd and 15 now.
Just about 3 minutes remaining here in this first half. 3rd and 15. Tigers coming out in shotgun again. 4 receivers out there, 3 on the right. Collier will receive the snap, going long. He's got a receiver wide open in stride. He's going to bring it down to the Cardinals 38.
Number 3 on the...
Yeah, Josh, number 22, Josh Tylixa, he jumped the route a little bit. Receiver ran right by him. That was a beautiful throw by Collier. Of course, I literally just said that they had one really good positive play. Next thing you know, they're throwing a 35-yard bomb right there.
So the Tigers showing some life here late in the second quarter. Will 2:43 be enough for them to get into the end zone here?
Yeah, we need the defense. The defense has been, phenomenal so far. Two big plays, but they continue to play at the pace that they have been playing at all night. I mean, they should be able to stop this Tiger offense.
Collier going to pitch it out to the left.
Oh,
We've got a penalty.
Oh, Jerry Dada shot out of the line of scrimmage right there. He almost disrupted the power sweep.
Waiting on a call here from the officials.
Is it a flag on the play, or are they discussing something?
Not exactly sure yet. You're right. I didn't see any flags come out.
No, I see one on the 35-yard line right there. False start.
Yep, you're right. So it will be a false start for the Tigers, bringing them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. So if I'm the Tigers here, you've got to keep going to the air. I mean, it's been working. Not the screens, though. When they're going like 15 yards down the field, that's when it works.
The screen, they've ran about 2 to 3 screens. They've gotten probably negative 10 yards out of those, but of the 2 deep balls, I mean, it's probably combined 55, 60 yards here.
They will run up the middle. That's going to be stopped by the Cardinals defense. It'll be a gain of about 3. Looks like we have a flag, I believe, though. Actually, no, that was not a flag. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
The Cardinals defense has been really, really stout against the run so far. I don't know why the Tigers keep going back to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they bust out a long throw here pretty soon. 2nd and 12, that's what they're going to. On the left side.
Oh, that was good defense by Tylixa right there.
A little bit of redemption there for himself, and that's what you love to see.
Yeah, he stayed step for step. Ball was overthrown. I believe the receiver cut back, but Tylixa stayed with the ball. I mean, a little underthrown, and that ball's picked off.
And again, he's played some really good defense to start off this game. It's just the size mismatch of this matchup between him and I believe that's Fernandez he's lined up against. Or not Fernandez, excuse me, Woodson. I mean, he's just got a few more inches on him, unfortunately. That's why he made that first catch, and then he had a step on him on the second one. It's like they're going to go right back to the same matchup down the field. Nobody is there for that one. And it's going to be 4th and 12.
Yeah, that was great defense by the Cardinals there. They went nickel formation, 5 defensive backs, 3 corners, 2 safeties. Stayed step for step with the receivers. There was nowhere for Collier to throw.
1:49 remaining, and again, they were kind of in an area where they could have went for it on 4th, but with the time remaining, I don't think you want to give the Cardinals the ball back on the 40. So they will be punting. It'll be Jake Richter back there.
Depending on the time lost on this punt, there could be enough time for the Cardinals to move this offense, especially the way that Soto and Dix have been running. They could potentially score some points before the half ends.
And notice that nobody is back for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're rushing everybody.
Richter, it's a line drive punt off, and this is a good one. Just nearly gets past that goal line.
Was that punt tipped? Was that punt tipped?
I don't think so. I think it was just a line drive punt. It did look a little weird coming off the foot, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, this is a great opportunity for Coach Radis and his Cardinals offense to see what they can do in crunch time. 1:40 remaining on the clock. The 2-minute offense is out. Let's see if they can put up some points, increase their lead a little bit more heading into half.
I know the Cardinals have gone over probably hundreds of 2-minute drills in practice. Let's see if it pays off on game day. They've got 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock to go 80 yards. Coming out 9 formation again. It'll be Soto in the backfield. Hand it off to Soto. Breaking through the Tigers, and he's going to get 15 yards out to the 35.
You know, before, I think Coach Radis' plan at the start of the game was to feed Diggs. Diggs got a little hurt. Soto comes in. I don't know how you take the ball out of Soto's hands now. Keep feeding him. I mean, it's 6 to 10 yards. I mean, that one was 15 every single play.
I mean, by this point, he's got to have an easy 100 yards on the game.
You would think, right?
Cardinals coming out. Looks like Dix is back there this time. It'll be a handoff to Dix. Dix juking on a defender in the backfield. How about another? Dix still on his feet. He has the first down. He's going for more. He's able to get about 4 more yards after the first down. It's a gain of 14.
Yeah, it took him about 3 defenders to take him down.
You're right, though. I mean, how do you get the ball into Soto's hands? That's exactly how you hand it off to Dix, and he shows what he can do.
Exactly. I mean, like you said earlier, great 1-2 running back power duo. I can see why Radis wanted to switch the offense from the spread formation to the I formation. It's working out so far.
Rogel under center. Gonna go deep here. Down the field. Just a step in front of the receiver. That looks like it was Salixa.
Yeah, that was borderline double coverage there. The safety was trailing a little bit. If Tylixa got one more step, that's potentially a fantastic catch and almost a touchdown. That was a good throw by Brogel, too.
That was. You kind of can't knock off that defending, though. That was some very good defense on the pass.
30 seconds left. What do you think we do here?
I think you got to get maybe to around the 30-yard line. See if Brogel can get 3 more, as they're going to get a handoff here to Dix. Dix is going to break a tackle. He's got the first down already, and he's still going.
At the 35, you got to call timeout here, and I think Radis did.
At the 35, you're right. There's the timeout. 22 seconds remaining.
This running back duo, I'm telling you, special.
I mean, there's just not much that the Tigers can do to stop them. I mean, Soto gets tired after 2-3 plays. You got Dix that can come right back out there, and then you're right. This is just an unstoppable duo.
Yeah, offensive. That's credit to the offensive line too. I mean, the running backs aren't getting through these holes without the offensive line creating them. Big boy Jordan Wilson doing all he can as number 71.
Yeah, we've seen some good holes out there so far for the running backs to get through. I'd love to see what these running backs have been able to do in open space. We've seen, obviously, they've been trucking all day. They've been able to, pick up those extra 2-3 yards after the contact, even more in some occasions. But in the open field, I mean, both of these guys can get a little shifty when you need them to.
Oh, yeah. Soto's more of that north-south runner, while Dix looks like the east-west kind of guy. But, I mean, hand the ball off to them, and good things are going to happen.
So we got a 1st and 10 here on the 35. And with 22 seconds left, we'll see if the Cardinals want to go to the air again, or if they just want to get in field goal range for Brogel.
Whatever's going to happen, Brogel's going to be involved in it.
Receiver in motion. Brogel takes the snap.
Uh-oh.
Play action going down the field. He's got a receiver. It is barely dropped. Around the 10, and it's Fernandez. Just right through the hands, and that was a good throw.
That's the 3rd ball that's went through Fernandez's hands tonight. He's got open. He's had opportunities to make these plays on offense. That doesn't take away from the outstanding defense he's played so far, but, you got to have that one. Got to have that one. That would have put the Cardinals in prime position. 17 seconds left, though. Ball's at the 35. I think you could run one more pass play, potentially deep pass play, but other than that, I mean, with Brogel's leg, we're talking about a 52-yarder here. I'm not sure that's going to happen. You got to get some yards here.
And we're going to get a stoppage.
Timeout, Princeton.
And you're at timeout. 16 seconds left.
Speak the rush. We'll check out that.
And we are going to take a quick break here. Cardinals on top of Princeton here in 14-6. We'll be back on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Welcome back to Lawrence football here on 107.7 The Bronc. I'm Sean Johnson here. And we have 16 seconds remaining. Excuse me, I forgot to announce you, Zach.
Oh, it's all right. Hopefully the listeners know I'm here.
Oh, they should know. It's 2nd and 10 on the 35. We just saw a dropped pass around the 10-yard line, so 16 seconds left. We'll see if the Cardinals have enough to get a few more points here on the board before halftime.
I'm hoping they do. There's time to make a play. It's just depending on if you want to go for 6 or if you want to go for 3.
Brogel's going to hand off here to Soto, and that's probably the first time we've seen him get anything less than probably 6 yards. Going to get a timeout with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, the defense read that one. I mean, I'm interested to see what Rass is going to do here. We got 8 seconds left. Ball's on the 34, 33-yard line. Do you stick it out and try to score points with the offense, or do you potentially try to kick a field goal here, go up 17-6? He's thinking about it right now. He's talking to Brogel.
I think 8 seconds is, just around the right amount of time to attack the sideline, get maybe 5 to 10 yards, move your kicker closer.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play.
That's probably what he was talking to Brogel about there. He's probably asking him, where do you feel comfortable from your kicking range? So 8 seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised if they do attack that sideline. They are right in the middle of the hashes, though, so looks like a little closer to the left side.
They're coming up with something here. This might be the first time we haven't seen I formation all night.
You're right. They're out in shotgun now. Soto with Brogel in the backfield. They're going to go for the whole thing. That is going to be tipped and picked off. And the Tigers with 2 seconds. Not going to have enough time to do much there as they're brought down around the 38. And that's going to do it for the first half here. Cardinals up 14-6 over the Tigers. We've had a very good first half. When we return, we're going to get into our halftime show on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Hi, this is Steven Ham, wide receiver for the Lawrence High School Cardinals. Before every kickoff, I tell my family and friends to tune in to 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM to listen to me play.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer. And both teams getting ready to get back on the field here in the second half. Again, we had a very good first half of football. Looking forward to the second one. Now, Zach, to start off this, this half, what do you want to see the Cardinals do to really elevate their game?
I think more passes. Now, granted, I love when they feed the ball to Soto and Dix, and they should continue to do it. But catch the Tigers' defense off with some passes. I think that could really open up the game for them and maybe increase this score by a little. I have, doing our research before, the last 5 games between Princeton, all right, Lawrence has won all 5 of them. 44-26 last year. 2 years ago, 53-7. 4 years ago, 44-0, and 5 years ago, 49-6. So they've clearly put up points against this Tigers team. Let's see if they can continue to do that, as they only have 14 right now.
Yeah, I also did a little bit of research on the history between these two teams, and I actually did cover that 44-0 game against the Cardinals and Princeton, and it seems like it has just been complete blowouts every single season, and the Cardinals have been on top. But this Princeton team is holding on to start this season off, so a little bit of competition coming, because when I came into this game I thought it's probably going to be a blowout in the favor of the Cardinals, but so far Princeton's hanging in. We'll see how they finish this game off.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of hope that Cardinals blowout does happen tonight.
It would be nice to see.
Absolutely. Let's get this second half going.
Brogel just about ready to kick this ball off.
Brogel the kick.
Collins back there, along with Woodson. Brogel now sends it down the field. That is fielded at the 1. Nice tackle there. Dane Bates.
This guy's been all over the field all game. Hard hits, explosiveness. Dane Bates with a massive tackle, taking him down at the 20-yard line. Honestly, the returner probably should have let the ball go so he didn't have to take that hit. He would have been at the 20 anyway.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. Against just some great open field tackling by the Cardinals. Both times on the kickoff, they've been able to make it happen.
Let's see here.
It'll be Collier back in shotgun. 4 receivers, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Ball is snapped. They're looking downfield. It is going to be not.
Intended receiver number 9, Ryden Freeman. Josh Taliska on the coverage brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Able to keep himself controlled here.
Yeah, Josh. A couple of unfortunate passes that have gone the opposite way for him, defending wise. But big bounce back right there.
Always good to see somebody get back into the flow of things.
Yeah, those passes can shake confidence early, especially first part of the season. So good for him to get a bounce back right there.
Collier going to hand it off. That ball was bobbled. Looks like Princeton held on to it. That's going to waste it down. Just not a clean handoff there.
And guess who was there to disrupt that fumble? Matt Melchior. He's been all over the field today, especially in the backfield.
So not the start that Princeton want. They'll come back in shotgun here. He's going.
Incomplete pass number 13.
Down by Travis Patron. And it's going to be 4th and 10.
Walker on the coverage brings up a Princeton 4th down. Back to punt for the Tigers. Number 52, Jake Richter.
So 11:01 remaining here. Cardinals up by 8.
And number 4, Jerry Dada.
The Bronx is currently experiencing technical difficulties. We are working to correct the problem and return to listening to today's game as soon as possible.
Jahad Dix on the return. Wyatt Arshan on the takedown. Cardinals.
We're back here with Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer. Tigers just punted off to the Cardinals, and Dix brought it all the way back to the 39. So 10:50 remaining here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Dix, he doesn't stop the legs churning. It's actually something. It's quite a sight to see. I mean, once a guy gets a hand off him, it's not like he never wants to go down. And that's what you love to see as a head coach when you're watching one of your best players play.
So here's the Cardinals' first go at offense in this 2nd half here. They'll start at the Tigers 39. High formation, they're going to hand it off to Soto, getting right back into things. We got a flag on the play, but Soto's still going. He'll make it all the way down to the Tigers 23.
Usually with a big run like that, there's going to be holding called, and unfortunately that looks to be up.
Yep, that's exactly what they'll call there.
The case. I mean, even without the holding, I mean, Soto's been doing those types of runs all night. So, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think Radis is going to disband that run anytime soon.
So after the 15-yard run, it'll now be 1st and 20. Cardinals got a lot of room to make up here after that penalty. And I think 1st and 20, that is when you have to go.
Start with the pass, right?
Yep, down the field.
I'm thinking.
Complete pass intended for Dane Bates. Brings up a 2nd and 20 for the Cardinals.
1077 The Bronx is currently experiencing technical difficulties. We are working to correct the problem and return to listening to today's game as soon as possible.
We're back with Cardinals football on 1077 The Bronx, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties here, as Soto's going to receive a handoff and bring it past the original first down marker. Looking like it's coming down to the 38.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 11. This is where we got to start passing again if we're the Cardinals offense. Now, hopefully we can, draw up a good play and, get a decent reception. Even if they can't get past the first down line, you can maybe put yourself in field goal range here and have Brogel, work his magic with the leg.
It's 3rd and 11 here. Brogel under center. Gonna hand it off to Soto. Soto got a bit of room, trucking through some Tigers. Not gonna get enough for the first down, but they're definitely in 4-down territory. Especially if it's about 2 to 3 yards here. I think they're gonna go for this one.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like here. I don't mind the aggressiveness either. I'm a big proponent of aggressive head coaches, especially on 4th down. And I believe this is the second time that Coach Radis has gone for it on 4th down. So it is actually Soto scored his first touchdown on a fourth and goal. Let's see what happens here.
Soto back out there. He's going to receive the handoff, go right up the middle. He's going to truck right through a defender. He's still going. 4 Tigers on his back. He's down to the 19.
Number 4, Wyatt Arshin, just did not have any room to work there. Soto absolutely trucked him. Oh, man. That's a highlight reel play if I've ever seen one.
My goodness. What was Newton's 3rd law of physics there?
Listen, I haven't been in school in a little bit. I have no idea.
I believe that you can't stop an item or an object that's in motion.
Yeah, right.
And, Soto, you just cannot stop him right now. He's going to get the ball right back, going to the right now. That's about a 4-yard gain for Soto. You're right, though. I haven't been in physics in a very long time. It very might not as well be the 3rd law, if any.
For the Cardinals.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 now after the 4-yard gain. Dix will come back into the game for Soto. Giving Soto a little break here. Now this would be the play I'd love to see Dix just break off the touchdown run. Yeah, Soto's been getting a lot of the attention in the game. Time for Dix to show he can do just as well.
Yeah, he's had a couple of close times where he's broken off. And
he's going to get the pitch to the left here. He's got a little bit of room outside. One juke past one defender. They'll be brought down at the 10. Looks like it should be enough for the first, though.
It's not enough for the first. It's about... Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a pretty bad placement there.
I think that is a bad placement. It's going to be about a 3rd and 2.
I thought he got to that 10 for sure.
I absolutely did as well. It doesn't. You know what? It's all right, though, because even if they don't get the first down here, which they should based on how the running backs have run, we're in field goal range, or if we continue the aggressive route that Coach Radis has gone for so far, we can get a first down or score a touchdown here in these next 2 plays.
3rd and 2 is going to be handed off to Dix. Looks like he should have just enough for the first down. Got tackled after it looks like a gain of 3. We'll see how the refs spot this one.
Jahad Dix on the carry.
And that is a first down. I believe they're calling it that. They haven't really... There it is, okay. That's for taking a while to make that decision there.
Since this is high school football, they don't have that replay review like the NFL does.
It's now 1st and goal Just about 9 yards to go here. Going to be handed off to Dix. He's going to truck his way all the way down. He's still going inside the 5. He's going to be blown dead, and that was actually Soto, excuse me.
3-yard line.
You know, we keep giving a lot of credit to these running backs, Soto and Dix, but tons and tons of props and praise to the offensive line here. They've been doing their job tonight, allowing the running backs to do their work. I mean, this has been a pretty sensational performance in the run game for Coach Radis' Lawrence Cardinals.
Brings up a 2nd and goal with 6 minutes remaining.
The 2nd and goal now. 4 yards to go for the touchdown. 5:55 remaining in this third quarter. Cardinals still up 14-6. Going to add 6 more on this play here. It's handed off to Soto up the middle. He's going to be stopped just short of the goal line.
Brings up a 3rd
Third and goal now. Just about a yard to go.
.077 The Bronx is currently experiencing technical difficulties. We are working to correct the problem and return to listening to today's game as soon as possible.
Princeton stops Soto short of the goal line. Brings up a 4th and goal for the Cardinals.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer, and again, apologizing for the technical difficulties.
The tech gods don't want us to call this game, I'm telling you.
It's okay, though. Last time we came back from one of these, I believe the Cardinals scored a touchdown on one of the last few times. So we've got 4th and goal here. Just about a yard or 2 to go. See if the Cardinals can sneak their way into the end zone here. Still in I formation. Soto back there. Brogel under center, going to take the snap, handed off to Soto right up the middle, and it's a Cardinals touchdown.
There we go. Keandre Soto, touchdown number 3. He's got all the points for the Cardinals so far tonight. What happened, what we discussed in the halftime report is exactly what happened. They capitalized on the momentum that the defense gave them. Cardinals are looking to go up 21-6.
It's a hat trick for Soto. Brogel on for the extra point. Kick is up. And that one, just like the last two, good and booted all the way to the fence.
Kick is up and it is good. Cardinals lead 21-6.
That makes it 21-6 now for the Cardinals over these Princeton Tigers. They've done a good job of keeping their momentum here in this second half. And I mean, if they continue this way, this might look like one of the scores of the last 6 years between the Cardinals and Princeton.
Yeah, I mean, if the defense continues to play the way they have been so far, which I don't expect them to stop doing that, I mean, we're gonna be seeing exactly what we thought was gonna happen tonight.
4:11 remaining in this third quarter. Tigers looking to get this ball back and trying to capitalize on something here. They have not been able to get really anything going with their last few drives.
No, they have not, and that's a credit to the Cardinals defense. Melchior, Fernandez, Bates has been all over the field tonight for the Cardinals defense. I continue to believe that he will be doing that for the rest of this game.
And number 11.
You can't forget about Ty Lixie either. Like we said, he's been bouncing back pretty well this game.
He has been, and credit to him. It's like we said, it's not easy to bounce back after a couple of different outcomes that he wasn't expecting. So we'll see what happens here, though. Let's see if the Tigers can work their magic on offense.
Brogel back to kick off now. He'll boot this one downfield. This will be fielded at the 5. Around the 15. What a tackle.
Amir Sutton with the tackle right there. That's one of the players that Coach Radis said was going to step up and have a big year this year, and so far we've been seeing him do that.
Again with the open field tackling. I mean, Princeton not really able to shake any of these Cardinals defenders off in any situation. So it'll be a 1st and 10 on the 16. For Princeton starting off here. 4:05 remaining here in this third quarter. Collier will come out in the shotgun. Trips on the right. One lone receiver out on the left.
It's like nickel formation for the defense of the Cardinals.
Passing down the field, they're able to get it complete. A 5-yard completion here.
Sutton was there again. Sutton was there again for the tackle. Absolute, he's part of this defense. I'm telling you, Coach Nate Jones has been working these guys. They're all over the field. I mean, that was only a 5-yard gain, sure, but I mean, there's not much room for these Tigers offense to work.
So it'll be a 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard completion. Trips on the left now. Collier will receive the snap, throwing it right over to the right. That's going to be a 1st down. He's going to make a defender miss. He's got a lot of real estate. What an open field tackle again. A shoestring tackle.
Number 6, Musa Kamara on the
Musa Kamara.
Yeah, I mean, tough break. A nice little curl flat right there for the Tigers offense. He got by the defender and absolutely sprinted down the field without Kamara there. I mean, that's easily 6 points right there for the Tigers. And look at the speed for number 3 of the Tigers, Corey Woodson. That was absolutely that was a burst of speed right there, the likes you see in the NFL.
Now the handoff to the left side. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Taking the flag out of the equation, though. Amir Sutton is there again, and he's being a nice sport, helping the guy up that he just tackled.
I always love to see a little bit of sportsmanship in sports, especially high school football, because when these guys are lined up against each other, there's one thing that's probably on their mind, and that's get through the guy in front of you.
Exactly.
Holding against Princeton.
That will be a hold. 10-yard penalty. So with 2:50 remaining, Princeton will have a 1st and 20.
We've been praising this Cardinals defense all night, and rightfully so. But I mean, a couple big plays here so far to start this series for the Tigers. Let's see if the Cardinals can use this penalty to kind of regain momentum in their favor.
Collier back in shotgun. Going to receive the snap, going over to the left side, nearly intercepted.
Jerry Dada broke through off the linebacker spot to try to disrupt the pass, nearly intercepted. That would
have been an easy 6.
It would have been. That was great instincts by the senior right there.
That'll make it 2nd and 20. This is probably where Princeton tries to attack deep here. And that's where they have gotten their success from. So if you're the Cardinals, you got to be expecting that at this point.
Yeah, you have to be expecting it. I mean, Tyliksky and Walker out here, the two main defensive backs.
They're going to throw over to the right side, overthrown for the receiver. Just over the head of Corey Woodson.
Even if it was caught, I mean, Tyliksky was right there. Ever since those 2 passes, he's been playing really, really good cornerback. Right with the receiver every single time. And that ball, if he jumped a little bit earlier, that ball is picked off again. This is about 2 to 3 interceptions that the Cardinals could have had tonight. That potentially could have gone 6 or positive yardage for the Cardinals. I mean, the passing defense, although giving up a couple of big plays, they have been playing pretty well tonight.
Last few plays for Princeton, they really tried to pass it kind of short, for 1st and 20 and 2nd and 20. Not really the result you're looking for. Now they're going to go down the field. This one overthrown and intercepted. It's Samiz Walker. He's got a little bit of room, some blockers in front of him. He's out across the 40, and he's tackled right around the 44.
Speak it and it will come true. We're talking about how the Cardinals, your 2 to 3 interceptions could have been had. And a little overthrown by Collier there. Samiz Walker, right place, right time, and he takes it back for about another 23 yards. It's Cardinals football 2:04 left to play in the third quarter. Let's see if we can go up 4 scores here.
Holding on the Cardinals on the return.
There was a holding call on that return, called against the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a good thing it doesn't take the interception away, though.
So they're going to be going back to around the 30, it looks like. 34, we'll call it. Got a birthday in the stands
We do
over
have
here.
a birthday in the stands. I faintly heard that. Happy birthday to whoever is getting sung. Yeah, happy birthday to whoever.
Hopefully they will be tuning in to 107.7 The Bronc over there.
If they're not tuning into 107.7 The Bronc here, they better be tuning into 107.7 The Bronc during the Cardinals away games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't tune in to 107.7 The Bronc?
Exactly.
First and 10 here from the 34. Under center once again. No surprise there as we'll get a timeout. It's called by Princeton.
Remaining in third. Folks, you haven't had a chance to stop.
Don't miss a second of Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronc WRRC FM. Plug into the action via your mobile device. Download our free apps. Search WRRC1 in the Apple and Google Play stores to listen to every Cardinals game this season and the biggest hits and best variety on your smartphone, tablet, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.
Crazy right now, but hey.
All right, what do we think happens here for the Cardinals? First and 10 on the 33. I don't mind feeding the ball to Dix or Soto, but I really would like to see a little more passes.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think first and 10, everybody's expecting the ball to go on the ground right up the middle. Same thing they've been doing all game long. So I think if you throw a little misdirection out there and hit them in the mouth with a play action and then maybe 15, 20 yards downfield, you might be able to break open a touchdown
because
here.
Once you start running the play action, the defense has no idea what's coming next. Run, pass, how are they going to defend that? I think it's a really smart option for the Cardinals here. We'll see if Coach Radis kind of draws a play up like that. He's on his knees right now looking focused as ever. So we'll see what happens here.
21-6 lead for his Cardinals, and he's still not satisfied. He wants more. And I think these Cardinals are right there with him. A sweet Caroline serenades our Cardinals here.
And, of course, Sweet Caroline's playing. There's a flag on the field. Offsides on the defense. Let's go.
I think he got flagged for unnecessary singing there. So it'll be first and 5 after the penalty. It wasn't offsides, in all seriousness.
38-yard line.
Credit to the band there, though, forcing the penalty.
Yeah, keep it going. Helps the Cardinals out. I'm all for it.
First and 5. Wilber under center. He's going to go play action. Exactly what we said. They'll go downfield. Oh, my goodness. We almost called the exact thing that happened here.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I kind of saw pass interference on the defense there. I don't know why the refs didn't throw the flag. I mean, Fernandez just a little bit overthrown, just over the outreach of his fingertips. But this is exactly what we called here and what we thought Coach Radis should have done. I mean, listen, is Coach Radis listening to us right now?
That's what I'm saying. I think he's got a little headpiece in. He's like, you know what? Sean and Zach are making some pretty good calls up there. Got to listen to him. Second and 5 under center. Ball's going to be handed off to Soto. Soto getting an easy 4 there.
It might have been 5 right there.
You're right. I think they are placing that pretty generously.
And
First down.
if you did not hear the PA announcer right there, he signified a Cardinals first down, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Zach, I think after this season, we got to team up and get a little coaching career going.
I know.
We were able to call that exact play last time. I mean...
All right, I'm going to put my best Tony Romo impression on right now. I'm gonna guess Soto gets the ball here. I formation, yeah, Soto's getting the run here.
First and 10.
2 for 2.
Going to Soto. He's going on the left side, breaking tackles. He's out across the 40. We got a flag. He's still going. Out to the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Still on the carry to a touchdown at the time.
There is a flag still on the play, though.
I'm not sure what the ref signified yet, though. Although the Cardinals are walking back, so this could be a block in the back hold potentially on the Cardinals. Let's see what the referee makes here.
Yes, this is definitely on the Cardinals, the way they're walking back right now.
Holding on the Cardinals. Radis doesn't look happy either.
He can't be happy after that. That's a nearly 50-yard run brought back just by a hold.
And that would have been
one little mistake.
That would have been Soto's 4th touchdown of the night, and third quarter isn't even over. That's unfortunate.
So now instead of the touchdown, they're back all the way to nearly the 30-yard line.
Correction, 1st and 3.
They're going to call this 1st and 3. I'm not exactly how that rule works.
So that rule works. So since it was in the middle of a run and the holding took place right where the ball was spotted, it was on a 1st down. So they can't negate the penalty. So they call it. They place the ball where, negate the penalty, negate the yardage. They place the ball where the penalty was taken. So 1st and 3.
I've never seen that rule before.
Yeah, it's there. It's not necessarily common, but it definitely is a rule in the rule book.
High formation here for the Cardinals again. Roger handing off to Dix. Dix breaks a tackle in the backfield, getting out across the 1st-yard line. Now down to the 40. He's still not brought down. My goodness. Still on his feet. He had Tigers all over him as he was running, and Princeton Tigers.
Should be enough for a Cardinal 1st down.
There's a Tiger injured on the play.
Out there on the 45. Yeah, you're right. So it will be a 1st down. After the forward motion there, it looks like they'll place him around the 40.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
102 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. Cardinals looking to finish strong on another drive. Looks like the injured Princeton man able to get up now. That was number 88 Truman Arshin. Glad to see that he is all right. Be 1st and 10 now. On the Tigers 40 for the Cardinals. Cardinals will come out in, yep, you could have guessed it, I formation.
I formation. The coach ran a special for this season.
We did see shotgun for one play, though. That was pretty fun.
Granted, it was at the end of the 1st half where they were trying to get some big yardage.
It's going to be a handoff to the right side for Dix. Dix, some speed behind him, making a defender move all the way for the touchdown.
That was incredible. He had number 13 for the Princeton Tigers, Travis Patrone, dancing in his footsteps. He had nowhere to guess where Dix was going. Dix went left, Patrone went right, and it was all she wrote from there. 4th rushing touchdown for the Cardinals tonight. Cardinals are up 27-6.
It is a 40-yard touchdown for Jihad Dix. Now Broger in for the extra point to make it 28-6. It is up. We've got, looks like offsides on the defense. Broger took a shot afterwards. My goodness.
You mixed underneath and afterwards together.
I did. That's exactly what I did. We're going to see what this penalty is. They did call offsides.
They're going to retry the kick. They are going to retry the kick.
So Broger, after taking that shot, he is okay. You can put another one through the uprights. And that's what he'll do. 28-6 after the 40-yard touchdown from Jihad Dix. We got 40 seconds here left in this 3rd quarter. And just as we wanted the Cardinals to do, they are continuing their dominance here in this 2nd half. They had 14 in all of the 1st half, and now they've done it all in 1 quarter. Another 14.
Yeah, this run game is really something special to watch. I mean, we're getting a first-hand look of it in person here. Soto's got 3 touchdowns. Dix has got 1. And combined, they have to have 150 yards rushing on the night, if that.
I would say it's even more.
Even more, exactly.
I mean, 40 yards alone on that last run. So Cardinals coming out to kick now.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. You know, it's what we talked about at the halftime report, too. I mean, can they dominate the second half like they've dominated the last 5 games versus the Tigers here? And so far, it's looking like that. Granted, I don't want to, get ahead of myself here. I don't need Princeton going on a 22-0 run to tie the game here at 28.
Brober just about getting ready to kick here. And I mean, Coach Rob Radis was not lying to us when he was saying that this team wanted to focus on the run game. I mean, they've got all the tools they need to succeed in the run game, and my God, are they doing it?
No, they're doing it, and even more so. I mean, again, we keep talking about the running backs. The offensive line has been. If we could give out an MVP to 5 guys tonight, I think it would be the offensive line, all 5 of them.
That ball was kicked off, and the returners very smart in letting that roll back into the end zone. That's another touchback for Broger. So 40 seconds still remaining here in this third quarter. Cardinals defense looking to continue what they've been doing all game and punch Princeton in the mouth right away.
Yeah, I mean, if Princeton wants to get back into this game, they're going to have to air it out, which they have been doing all night, but they got to complete passes. And with the way this Cardinals defense is playing right now, I'm not sure that that's going to happen very often.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from Princeton's own 20. Collier will be back out there in shotgun formation. He's got Corey Woodson on his left. Going to be handed off to the right here. Getting a little bit of space out across the first down. It'll be a 14-yard pickup. That was Tyler Goldberg on the run.
That was one of the only successful runs the Tigers have had tonight. I'm not sure the timing left in the game requires them to run the ball that much. But if they're going to find success on it, I don't see why they can't continue to do that.
Their own 33.
Just comparing these two teams, it just seems like Cardinals have so many more guys on their sideline. So a lot of this dominance could be coming from that, higher attendance in the schools and
of course
all that. But regardless, Cardinals looking great tonight as the handoff is going to be up the middle, spinning off a defender, still going. What a run by Goldberg. To break 2 to 3 tackles there.
Goldberg could have had more too, but Tylixa was right there for the stop. Power on power. Tylixa got the better of him to cut the gain short of longer than it actually was. I believe it was 6 or 7. It could have been a little bit more than that.
That is going to do it for the third quarter. Cardinals up 28-6 over the Princeton Tigers. We'll be back with more Lawrence High School football right here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Called by number 3, Corey Woodson. Brought down by number 22, Josh Jalissa. That's a Princeton first down in the Cardinal territory on the 47-yard line.
with Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer. And just a few plays here to start off this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they started the fourth quarter a little early on us.
Yeah, I mean, Princeton moved the ball kind of well, though, when we're off the air. So I think we're the good jinx for the Cardinals. If we're here, the Cardinals are able to stop them on defense. So we're back. It's 2nd and 6, we'll call it. Collier back in shotgun. Ball is snapped. He's looking down the field. Going to attack over the middle. It's intercepted. And it's off to the races. Going all the way. Touchdown. It's Alexander Fernandez taking it 60 yards to the house.
6 for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals brought the blitz, swarmed the receiver, Alex Fernandez. He had a couple of drops on offense. He didn't drop that one. Open field ahead of him. Easy touchdown for the Cardinals.
Unfortunately, after the play, he's coming up gingerly. It looks like he might have pulled something on the run or maybe too much celebrating afterwards. I'm not entirely sure, but he's immediately heading over to the bench, helmets off, hoping he's okay. But my goodness, again, we're calling out these plays. We say that the Cardinals are going to succeed when we come back on air, and that's exactly what they do defensively.
Well, I mean, the defensive coordinator, Nate Jones, has really got this defense looking sharp right now. Bringing the blitz, swarming the receiver with 3 linebackers around them. Fernandez just happened to be the one that catch the ball. And, it wasn't even off to the races. There was no Tiger in sight of him.
I don't think anybody but him and the Cardinals knew that ball was actually intercepted because I didn't see any Tigers moving.
No, none at all.
And I did not even realize, but there is a Tiger down all the way at the 50. He must have been down on the interception. Everybody was getting ready for the extra point. My goodness, he can barely even stand up. And I believe that might have been Collier.
It is, number 12.
Collier, excuse me. That is not a good sight for Princeton. Their starting quarterback goes down there. He must have taken a shot when he got that ball released there. Princeton have a few more quarterbacks on their roster. We'll see who they end up putting back in if Collier is not able. So in for the extra point. Look at this. They're bringing in a new kicker.
Yeah, they don't want Brogel to get hurt here.
This will be Vlado Nikolov coming in for the extra point. This is usually the fun part of games, too, where you can, test out some of your other guys.
And that's exactly what Coach Radis is doing here, probably with the kicker.
Nikolov's kick is up and good.
Number 32, Vlado Nikolov.
Team celebrating him now.
It's good.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's a lot of stomping in the crowd right now. These Cardinals fans are very, very excited to see their team play well so far this first game of the year. We got a couple of Cardinals flexing for the camera over here on the sideline. And that's what it's all about. Of course, winning is fun, but just enjoying the game and having good moments with your teammates. That's what football's all about.
Javier Sunda, they're flexing. And he's able to flex. He's been doing a good job defensively today. One of those big boys up there on the defensive line. I believe he might be on the O-line as well. That is a big sophomore. That does not look like a sophomore to me.
No.
He might be the biggest guy down there.
Nah, you got to look at 71 captain Jordan Willis. He also plays both sides of the ball in offensive defense. He is an absolute mammoth of a man. He's been doing his job well tonight.
Rory Woodson and
Right, I see him there on the sidelines.
Elton Hines back in for the Tigers.
Cardinals getting ready to kick it off here. Princeton ready for it. believe Nikolov will be out there for the kick as well. He will be. So giving Brogel a chance. Oh, that is right. Brogel is on the sideline getting worked out. I forgot about that. So during our stop between the third and fourth quarter, we did realize that Brogel was on the sideline. He was getting worked on. I do see him on the bench now with the helmet off, so hopefully he's all right. But in the meantime, Nikolov will kick this off down the field. It's fielded right around the 14. Out across the 30. Now breaking a tackle. Got a few more Cardinals to beat. Good tackle there, though. And it was Jaden Caesar on the ball.
Yeah, that was the returner broke off a little bit, and Caesar sprinted to him and didn't let him get any more yards out of that. That was a good tackle right there.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the Tigers' own 34. So we'll see what they do in terms of quarterback now, because we did see Collier. He was down on the field for a very long time before. I don't think anybody even really noticed, because everybody went out there for the extra point.
And all the Cardinals,
us among with them.
And all the Cardinals were too busy celebrating the pick six.
And is that Collier or is that 13? I can't even tell.
2 and 3 kind of look alike, so we'll see. It is 13.
It is 13. It is a handoff for now. We'll find out who that is in just 1 second. That is Travis Patron. Patron has been running some wide receiver this game. He'll step in for Collier at quarterback. So that play did get blown up for a loss of 1.
Now, if you're the Cardinals here, I think you're just trying to get through this 9.5 minutes of no injuries, quick football. You're already up 35-6. There's no need to push the limit anymore, unless you want to make a statement if you're Coach Radis. But the biggest key coming out of the rest of this game, no injuries.
Ball is snapped to Patron. Patron a little bit more mobile than Collier was. Able to break a tackle, get the pass off, and complete it down to the 40. Patron, what a play.
That was an exceptional throw. Melchior, and I can't see who it is. That would be Jaden Caesar right there, the defensive back who just made the special teams tackle. Both wrapped their arms around Patron, and Patron was able to spin away and somehow complete that pass. That was pretty amazing.
I mean, you see people in college football talking about Heisman moments all the time. That looked just like a Heisman moment from Patron. He's not even a quarterback or a starting quarterback for this team. Patron will hand it off up the middle. That is going to be stopped by the Cardinals.
Amir Sutton right there. He hasn't been flashy today in tonight's game, but he's been in the right places at the right time, making key tackles. And that was one of them right there on 3rd down.
That was a rush from Goldberg that got maybe a yard, if any, and it's going to bring up 4th and 3. Big decision coming up here for the Tigers. It looks like they will go for it. Patron jogs out to the huddle here. The big play for the Cardinals. 7:40 remaining in the game. 29-point lead for the Cardinals. Patron hands it off. That's misdirection. That tackle might have been enough. I don't think he got that 1st down. And we have a few injuries on the play now. Looks like Corey Woodson is down, along with, I think a Cardinal might have gotten banged up there as well.
First down for Princeton.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals football on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. I'm Sean Johnson here with Zach Helfer. That'll be 1st down and 10. The injured player on the field was indeed Tyler Goldberg. He was able to walk off on his own strength, so that is good. 1st down play will be a handoff to the left. That's going to be blown up by the Cardinals. It'll be a loss of about 1 or 2. Tackle made by Melchior there.
Duke's been all over the field tonight. You can just understand why Coach Ryder's picked him to be the defensive captain of this team. He's explosive. He's the right place, right time. It is a well-rounded player right there, number 54.
So 2nd and 11 now after the 1 yard loss on the play.
I don't necessarily understand why the Tigers are running the ball. I guess they might just want to get out of this game here with 6.5 left to go, but I mean, they're not showing much fight here. As I say that, they pass the ball.
Patrone is going to get that out to the flats. It will be just ahead of... That was Tyler Goldberg. So Goldberg is back in the game. It's possible that was just cramps. As you did mention, it is pretty hot out here today.
It definitely is. I mean, I'm not necessarily sweating in the booth because we got this nice fan blowing on behind us, but yeah, it's a hot one out tonight. You can see it with the crowd and all that. They're sweating for sure.
Especially with all those pads on. You got about feels like 5 pounds of equipment when you have it on.
Oh yeah, of course.
Especially on a hot day like this. So it is 3rd and 11. Patrone back in shotgun. We're going to get, looks like a timeout called by Princeton.
They've called 3 or 4 timeouts this game. How many timeouts do they have? Is it 3 per half?
I think it's 3.
Yeah.
I think that was their last one. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, they're trying to set up for this big 3rd and 11 here. And at this point of the game, they're not necessarily calling this timeout, trying to come back in the game. I think this is more so for, preparing for the next few games for them. Still being able to be in a game situation is pretty key for them.
I would absolutely agree. It's situational football now for the Tigers, and not the situational football that you want. 2 minutes, close game. It's more so, can we do the right thing at the right time? Can we get the fundamentals down? It's not like they haven't been doing it all game. It's just it's 35-6. There's with 6 minutes left to go, they would need a miracle to come back into this game. Speaking of, coming back and keep coming back to 107.7 The Bronx. Keep up with 107.7 The Bronx and all of our Lawrence High School sports broadcasts on social media. Follow your home for Cardinals football on Instagram and Facebook at 107.7 The Bronx, on Twitter at 107.7 The Bronx FM, and on TikTok at 107.7 The Bronx WRRC.
Ball's going to be thrown down the field, nearly intercepted.
Tylixia.
That's going to bring up a 4th and 11. 6:08 remaining in this game. For a backup quarterback, Travis Patrone is not looking pretty bad for the Tigers.
No, and if you look out, I'm not sure if you saw, he's now long snapping to the punter.
Really?
He is.
That is another jack of all trades going on.
Seems like Princeton and Lawrence have a bunch of these guys on their squads.
Now that's what you love to see with high school football, because that's something you don't see really in any other form of football at any other level. I see guys, you do have your occasional, guys who play both sides, but that's pretty rare. Some guys really play 5 positions in high school. Is that going to be fielded by the 20? Brought out to about the 45 by Samise Walker.
All right, little under 6 remaining in the game. Try to run the clock out. If you score, you score great. The biggest thing for the Cardinals here, no injuries.
I'm interested to see what happens here at quarterback, because we did see Giovanni Brogel was on the sideline. He still is on the sideline with his helmet off. So we'll see who's taking the snaps here. Underneath center, it looks like
number 6, Musa Kamara, if I'm not mistaken.
That is Musa Kamara, you are right. So he is under center here for the Cardinals. He's going to hand this ball off. That is going to be a 5-yard gain. And that was Pitts Parker. Isaac Pitts Parker.
Number 23, Isaac Pitts Parker on the carry.
2nd and 5 here for the Cardinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever unable to attend a game,
5:20 remaining in the 4th quarter.
107.7 The Bronx.
As we get the shout out. from the PA announcer.
Yeah, we're getting a shout out right now. No big deal.
We're totally famous. High formation here. The Cardinals once again. 2nd and 5. Ball is snapped. Now to Pitts Parker. Breaking some tackles. Getting across the first down. He's still going. He wants more. Brought down at the 32.
You know, we kept talking about a running back duo for this team. It might be a running back trio. Isaiah Pitts Parker with a sensational run right there, stiff-arming a defender to get even more yardage. I mean, the running backs that Coach Radis has for this team are absolutely sensational.
Jeez, I mean, all these running backs, I mean, only trades were allowed in high school, right?
I know, exactly, right?
They've got a few more running backs on this roster, too. I mean, they are pretty set for the next few years in terms of running back, it would look like.
Yeah, I mean, got Joel Caesar, Vlado Nikolov, Mikhail Thompson, James Morgan.
That ball's going to come loose. And it is going to be Princeton ball.
Oh, man.
And oh, my goodness. That is a pretty prime example of a broadcaster's curse.
Yeah, that was not our brightest moment right there. Praising the running back group. Fumble on the play. Yeah, we're going to chalk that one up and hope you guys forget about it.
It's 4:02 remaining here in this game for the Cardinals. They do remain up 35-6. It's a 29-point lead. At this point, they just want to, as you said, stay injury-free and continue just, getting in good game shape.
Yeah, no injuries. That's the biggest thing. I know I keep harping on it, but it's, next thing you know, a big injury happens to a big player, and, you're down for, next couple of weeks, even potentially a whole season.
Ball is handed off now. I believe that was Tyler Goldberg on the carry, and it was. He'll pick up about 2 yards.
33. Jacob Vega.
Tron still out there at quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like the Tigers here, they're just trying to run out the clock. I know the Cardinals are too. The Tigers probably want to avoid injuries as well, especially what happened to their quarterback, Brady Collier.
Patron back in shotgun. Gonna hand it off. Breaking a tackle was, I believe that was a new running back in, and it was Evan Peace.
Jacob Vega making his second straight tackle for the Cardinals.
Jacob Vega on the tackle.
Seems like Coach Radis has decided to go to his second team here. You're not seeing Bates out there. You're not seeing Fernandez. You're not seeing Jerry Dada. So seeing who could play, right spots, right time. It could go a long way, especially towards the end of the season if injuries were to occur.
3rd and 4 now. And the shotgun's going to be handoff off the middle. Trucks his own man, still going. Is Cease. Still going out to the 45.
Knocked out by number 19. Loss in the Delaware.
And it is now going to be 1st and 10 from the 45. Tigers able to break into the Cardinals half here.
First down, Princeton, 2:22.
Time ticking, just about 2 minutes remaining.
So who do we think is our MVP of the game? I think I have an answer.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty obvious answer to that one. It's got to be Soto with the 3 touchdowns and probably a billion yards.
I'm going to try to go down on the field, see if he wants to come up and talk to us for a minute or so.
Absolutely. So yeah, with 1:59 remaining, Tigers just trying to piece together a good drive here, or at least a good end to it, so they have something to look back to.
And if any Lawrence Cardinal is an MVP of the game, which we will have one for every game this season, they will win an exclusive 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7 The Bronc Retro goodie bag.
How exciting. Makes me want to play for the Cardinals.
I know.
Even if it is just a shirt, it's something to bring home, you know?
Exactly. Goodie bag, shirt.
Hand off to Cease up the middle. He's breaking all the way through. That's That's going to be a touchdown.
That is going to be a
What
touchdown.
a run from the back
That
up.
was explosive. The defensive backs did not, I'm not even sure if they saw him. He sprinted through that offensive and defensive line, and there was no way of stopping him there. That was a good 40-yard touchdown right there.
So Evan Peace finds the end zone for the Princeton Tigers.
1:48 remaining in the fourth.
He gives 12 to them for now, pending this extra point, or if they go for 2. It looks like they're probably going to go for 2 here. Bringing on a whole new unit here is Princeton. Patron will still be out there. Looks like they only have 10 men on the field unless I counted wrong. It's going to be a high snap over Patron. And he's going to be downed at the 22, so 2-point conversion is no good.
Covered by Princeton.
So 1:48 remaining here.
Yeah, this game's all about over. Cardinals, again, the rushing attack was absolutely sensational today. Defense played their hearts out. Even special teams held up their end of the bargain. It was an all-around great win for Coach Radis and the Lawrence Cardinals.
So with 1:48, the Cardinals will be getting the ball here. Our good friend Zach. Going to try and get this ball, reserve as much time as they can, try to chew this clock down, maybe go for a first down or 2. But at this point, as Zach said, no injuries. You want everybody to stay healthy as we await for Princeton to kick this ball off. Jihad Dix will be back to receive here for the Cardinals. Still waiting on Princeton, not out of this huddle yet. Maybe the coach is praising safety down there. And here they come. Now to kick is Sean Wilton. Still awaiting on this kick here, taking their sweet time is Princeton. Now the ref comes over and he's looks like he's telling them to hurry it up over here. Looks like the ref wants to get home. So Wilton places the ball down and he's ready to kick this thing off. Again, Cardinals are up here 38-12. And now Wilton, after a very long pause, is ready to kick this one off. And here's the kick. It's a nice kick downfield. It's going to be fielded by, looks like Dix. Dix is going down the field, getting down to the 35. Excuse me, that was actually Jaden Caesar back there.
Jaden Caesar on the return.
So Jaden Caesar will take it out to the 35 with 1:39 remaining. We'll see what the Cardinals can do with this drive. Coming out for quarterback once again is Musa Kamara. Will be interesting to see, keeping tabs on whether or not we will see Giovanni Brogel next week. And next week will be against Hopewell Valley for the Cardinals. It's 1:30 remaining here. They could just knee this ball. We'll see what they do. Looks like some confusion for the Cardinals here. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like they had 10 men. So a new man comes in. No timeout called. And with that little time remaining, I don't even think it was much of a worry, as all will be handed off. Looks like a new running back in there.
Number 15,
And it was Carmelo Thompson. Carmelo Thompson gets a carry here for the Cardinals late. 1 minute remaining. Got a lot of Carmelo Thompson fans in the stands here for the Cardinals. Time still ticking here. Kamara directing his offense here on a 2nd and 8. Under center. Kamara in I formation. 2 receivers on his left. Probably not going to get the ball over to them. Probably the last play of the game. It goes to Thompson, and it is a 1-yard loss, and that is most likely going to be it for the game. 20 seconds left, and the Cardinals are coming off to the sideline. That's going to do it. It is a 35-12 win here for the Cardinals. They defeat Princeton Tigers. And as time expires,
First game of the season,
Cardinals start off 1-0.
Football season. Thanks to all those in attendance, faculty, staff, and alumni who returned. Congratulations to both teams on a hard-fought game. Good night.